Dang, these take a very long time.
Oh, really? Does it? Clap, clap. Okay. Love you like a brother, treat you like a friend, respect you like a lover. Oh, 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 oh. You can bet that, never gotta sweat that. You can bet that, never gotta sweat that. You can bet that. You can bet that.
If you be the cash, I'll be the rubber band. You be the match, I would be the fuse. Boom, painted babe, you can be a muse. I'm the reporter, babe, you can be the news. Cause you're the cigarette, and I'm a smoker. We raise a bet, cause you're the joker. Check it off, you are the chalk. And I can be a blackboard, you can be the talk, and I can be the walk. Even when the sky comes falling, even when the sun don't shine, I got faith in you, you and I. So put your pretty hand in my mind. Even when we're down to the wire, baby, even when it's do or die, we can do it, babe, simple and plain. Cause this love is a sure thing.
You can bet that, never gotta sweat that. You can bet that, never gotta sweat that. You can bet that. You can bet that.
Yeah!
We did it!
We did it! Awesome! Woo!
That was good.
Yeah! Oh my gosh! That was
What's
good.
up, YouTube?
That was good.
That was good.
Because I know a lot of people within our pharmacy school, they start a weekend before. So they study for an entire week prior to blocks. But I guess the fact that you're able to do it within 2 days and study all that material, kudos to you. Because
Yeah.
I personally cannot do that.
It's definitely scary. Honestly, if I'm not organized in those 2 days, if I'm just like, oh, I need to study, it won't get done. So I'm very calculated. Like, I have an activity I called brainstorming.
Okay.
So at the top, I'll be like, what can I do to pass all my blocks and study effectively within the next 2 days? And I write 20 answers down immediately from my subconscious.
Okay.
And then so with that list, I start doing it like immediately. Like study this, email this person. And like once I hit 16 on the list, I'm like, oh, I'm ready for the test. I know you're really good with your time. So I walk into the library. I don't bother Mindy because I know she's studying so hard. She's like in her little cubicle and I'm just like printing. I'm like, I'll say hi later. Yeah.
Well, for me, is I can't procrastinate. I don't work well under stress, so I like to spend my time cutting out exactly like what I need to do per day, and then that's how I that's how I study. And that's why you probably see me in the library a lot. It's because I like to use like a few hours every day to study instead of like cramming everything in one day. That's just not how my brain works. Yeah.
And I really prefer your method. Ideally, if I'm still trying to improve, but what you do reminds me of spaced repetition, where you study something for however long a period, like maybe 30 minutes to an hour, and then you start early with that, and then throughout the weeks or throughout the couple of weeks we have, you kind of go back and review that, and you'll find that the information's kind of there already. So like by the time test comes, you're like, I know my stuff.
Not all the time.
I know my stuff.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
Not all the time. But yeah, wow, kudos to you though. It's really interesting to see, especially in grad school, how differently people study.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's not something that I saw in undergrad much, because we both went to UCI, so.
Yeah. Zot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
I guess one other question is, do you think that the stuff, because I was a business major and you were a bio major, correct? Yeah. So I guess the stuff that you learned in undergrad, do you think that you're using a lot of the things that you learned here in pharmacy school?
That's a really great question for incoming
Yeah.
PY1s
Yeah.
because like, what do I know? I studied this bio back in the day. Will it help me in pharm school? It's weird. I don't really see the direct correlation between, oh, I studied this and it's helping me right now. But I definitely know that it's basically the whole composite knowledge you have from undergrad, like everything from bio, just like the little details here and there. It helps in pharmacy school because there's like maybe some arrow pushing that you might have forgotten, or resonance in a structure,
I
or
think OChem for
pharmacophores.
sure. Like OChem.
Yeah, OChem.
Yeah, it was hard, but I'm so thankful for my professor. Like,
Yeah.
prior to.
Yeah, OChem really helped, and then not too much math, I'd say. And I think one of the biggest things that helped me is just communication, and I learned that on the job at CVS. And it just really helps, like, establishing relationships with friends and talking to people. Like, if you ever see patients, I just find that I'm more calm now and able to, you know, have a great conversation with people.
I guess one last question is, prior to coming to pharmacy school, was there a goal that you wished you accomplished, and did you accomplish that goal looking back?
That's really great. So there's two goals that come to the top of my mind. See there in that, there's like this book here. Yeah, so
I guess like going back, we were just talking about 5 love languages, and I told Brandon, I was like, you should do a cover on this, or a YouTube
video on
yeah,
that?
a
Yeah,
YouTube.
that's really good. So like in this book, this is my journal from 2017, and this was prior to being accepted into pharmacy school. But basically, I write a lot of my goals based on like sleep, habits that really help me, like meditation, eating correct, exercising, and having financial intelligence. But there's some things here that I didn't do. It's like, it was make a YouTube channel before I went into pharmacy school.
Oh.
So I've always been like kind of into video. I've never been great at it, but that's what I wanted to do.
You're very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think you're very good. Very talented.
It's been a journey. And there was another goal. It might have been in my next journal too.
Going from a general question, from like, for example, I started asking Brandon like, oh, how was pharmacy school this year? But then I feel like every single time you were able to give me an answer, I was able to find something that'll like dive us deeper into the conversation and your, I guess, how your emotions are.
Yeah, I really like that because I feel like I need these talks.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
It takes two. It really does.